Happy New Year, Diego. Hey, man. I hope you had a bunch of fun on New Year's. I bet you did. Bet you got in a big posada, had a bunch of fun with a bunch of your friends, shoot off a bunch of fireworks. I hope that was a good time for you, man. I had a real good time here with all your cousins and your aunts and uncles. We had a good time. Your uncle Brennan has had some sort of affiliation, or he's just been a pyromaniac since the day he was born. Um, he got a bunch of mortar shells, and we went out to the school that's near your Uncle Gabe's house, and went out to their little football field out there and launched off a bunch of mortar shells and had a good old time. Got chased out of there. There was some lady yelling, "I'm going to call the cops on you." Felt 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 like old times growing up in Midland when your uncles and I, my brothers, would go out and shoot off a bunch of fireworks for New Year's. It was always a fun time. Man, I hope you had a really good time at New Year's. I hope you had a bunch of fun. New year, buddy. New decade. Pretty serious, man. Little tough start for me, to be honest. This is the longest I've ever gone without talking to you. Um, Again, I haven't had any response from your mom since that Facebook post that I put out that I was engaged, and as soon as she found out that I got engaged, I haven't heard anything back from her. I've been trying to contact you guys, trying to contact you. Really, been trying to contact you. Uh, Wanted to say hi for Christmas. Wanted to say hi for New Year's. Was afraid that it would be back to the same old where I'd have to talk to your mom for however long, get past the gatekeeper, and then hopefully be able to speak to you. That was always the tricky part. That was always the issue, was uh, having to talk to your mom first, because she's still very upset about a bunch of things, and we're talking. It's been 6 years since I've seen you now. 6 years since I've held you, since I've given you a hug, since I've given you a high five, since I've given you a ride on my shoulders. 6 years, man. And it's just not right. There's so many situations where the mom and their kid want nothing more than to have the dad be in their life, and to be a part of their child's life, and the dad's just a, they call it a deadbeat dad. Dad's just gone, not, doesn't care about them, doesn't want anything to do with them. um, so many cases of that, so many cases all over the place of that. And here's a case where the dad would love nothing more than to have a relationship with his son, with you, Diego. uh, the dad would love nothing more than to have a relationship with his son. And because the mom blames the dad for all of her troubles, she uses the child as as a pawn in a chess game. She uses the child as a weapon to show the dad, haha, um, you know, I got you back. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. It's the worst thing imaginable. It's the worst thing imaginable. Um, I'm really sorry it's happening. One of the things that's been coming to me a bunch, I pray and meditate every morning. It's just something that I do. And you've been coming up a bunch in my prayer and meditation, as you usually do. It's not uncommon. And one of the things that's been coming up is, I get ideas of what I think you're thinking. And one of those ideas recently have been is, how come my dad hasn't come to see me? You know, if my dad cares so much, and well, your mom is telling you that your dad doesn't care, which is complete nonsense. Diego, I do care. But I bet you're asking, how come my dad hasn't come to see me? Um, your mom has, it's what it's called, has played her hand. She's shown her cards. Um, she's shown me before what kind of measures she's willing to go to keep me punished, um, to make sure that I know that she's won. Um, and she'll go through some, she'll do some things that I wouldn't be safe. Like, let me preface this with saying, like, this has been on my mind for 6 years now. Is I need to go down there. I need to go see Diego. I need to go do this. I need to go see him. Even if I just show up at his school. Even if I just um, show up at his home. Show up somewhere. Your mom has made it abundantly clear with her actions in the past. There's a famous lady. Her name is Maya Angelou. One of my favorite. Um, I love her writings. She has a famous quote that says, "Trust somebody when they show you who they are. Believe someone when they show you who they are." One of those two. And your mom has shown me who she is. She's shown everyone who she is. Um, she's willing to do some things that I would be unwilling to do, that a lot of people would be unwilling to do. And so my biggest concern is that if I go there, because even though I've tried to contact your mom and talk to her about, one, having you come and stay here for the summer times. Like, I don't want to take you out of your school. I don't want to take you away from all your friends and your activities and your basketball and your sports and all that you're doing there. I don't want to take you away from all that. I would love it if you'd come here and spend some time here in the summers with your cousins and with your father. First of all, with me, come and spend some time with me, um, and then go and get to hang out with all your cousins that miss you dearly. They ask about you every single time I see them. Your uncles and I are very fortunate. We have a very, very tight knit family. Um, your uncles and I all live within a 2 mile radius of each other. We live in a little triangle. I live here, Gabe lives here, Brennan lives here. We all live really close to each other. We hang out all the time. We're at someone's house every weekend. I've actually never met a tighter knit family ever. I don't know of one. I don't know of someone that's this age and still sees their brothers um, every week. I've never heard of it. We have a very tight knit group here, and I would love nothing more than for you to be able to come and just spend your summers here. Just spend your summers here. Just get to know your cousins. Um, on one side, your Uncle Brennan and Aunt Sally. You got Jackson and Cooper and Madeline. On your Uncle Gabe's side, Gabe and Adrian. Um, Another great set of three kids. You got Hudson, Wyatt, and Lucy, who all love you and adore you and want nothing more to be able to hang out with you and get to meet you and get to see you and somehow be a part of your life. The same exact thing that I'm going through. Somehow just get to be a part of your life. But it brought me back to what I during my meditations. What's come up a bunch is I wonder if Diego's thinking, how come my dad hasn't come to see me? Uh, I would love nothing more to come and see you, Diego. I've actually been back to Mexico multiple times in the past 6 years. Um, but for the same reason I had to leave the first time is the same reason I'm afraid to go and be anywhere near your mother. She's made it clear what she's willing to do. And what she's willing to do puts my safety at risk, puts my life at risk. Very plain to say, very, very much so. Not kinda, not maybe she would do that. She's shown me before that she has tried before. That's why I had to flee the country. I had to flee. I had to find the next flight out of the country and take it, no matter where it took me. Luckily, it took me to San Antonio. I know it wasn't Austin, but the next flight leaving Mexico, at the point when I found out that she had done what she'd done, I flew out immediately and went to San Antonio. Um, Quite literally, like not figuratively. I when I got off the plane. No, I got off the plane. I got my luggage, and I got out of the airport. I got down and I kissed the ground. I was so happy to be back in a country where there was law, where there is law and order, where there is due justice and prudence and um, innocent until proven guilty sort of thing. As you'll find out in one way or another, um, that doesn't exist in the country that you're in. Like I guess it does to some degree, but if you know the right people and pay the right amount of money, you can have anyone thrown in jail for any reason. Um, it's not expensive to hire somebody to. Let me just put it this way: it would be extremely unsafe for me to go back to Mexico and see your mom and be anywhere around your mom. It's been made very clear what she's been willing to do, and so I don't want you to think that I'm not coming to see you because I don't want to see you. That's not it. I'm not coming. I'm not coming to see you because you're not important to me. Because I do want to see you, Diego. I want to see you more than you could ever possibly comprehend. You can't comprehend how much I want to see you. No one can. Maybe a father that's lost his child, maybe a father that's lost his son could relate to where I'm coming from with this. Maybe only that person could understand how much I want to see you. Maybe that maybe that person could. So that's been coming up in my that's been coming up in my meditations and my prayers lately. Is like thinking, I bet Diego's wondering how come my dad doesn't come to visit me. How come my dad doesn't come to see me? And I just wanted to let you know, I want to come see you, Diego. I want to visit you. The only place I get to see you, Diego, is on the Colegio Inglés Facebook page or Instagram page. Every now and then they'll take photos of the student body out doing some track and field day, they'll take photos of the students during a chess tournament, or take photos of the students that are playing basketball, or another group of photos of students that are doing some sort of swim meet. And excuse me, all I can do is look through all those pictures and slowly scroll through and look real close and see if I see a picture of you. And about one out of every 10 posts that they have, there you are. And it's the coolest. It's the coolest thing. It's very much the coolest thing. I actually contacted your school to see if I could send you packages to the school, because your mom won't tell me the exact address for me to send things to. And if you don't have the exact address, you can't just kind of ballpark it and send packages there. Um, so uh, I contacted the school and said, "Hey, would it be okay if I send a package to Diego Patrick Hensley? I'm his father. I'd like to send him something for Christmas." And they were like, "Sir, we cannot accept packages for a student here at the school. I'm sorry, we can't do that. Regulation says that we can't." As regulated as things are there, I'm sure. Um, But understand, I want to come see you, Diego. I'd love nothing more than to hop on a plane tomorrow and fly down there and come and surprise you at your school when you're getting out of school. That was one of my favorite times with you when you get out of Gymboree. That was the that was the last school that you were at when I last saw you when you were 4 years old. They had this corridor where you'd come running around the corner. You'd come running around the corner, and if it was my turn, you'd see me there. You'd see me there, and you'd just come booking around the corner, Daddy. Just come flying around the corner. It was awesome. It was incredible. I wonder if you'd be able to see them when I pull them up here. I have the photos of it here on my phone. It was super cool. Well, I got about a couple hundred photos, so not to take your time looking at all of them. My man, my man. Oh man, that was really cool. That was super cool. I wonder if I can find out how to do it by locations. Um, hmm. Hmm. It's not letting me do it by location. Oh wait, here's some. No, it's not really. That's you and your grandpa hanging out. That's you and your. That's you and Poppy hanging out in the fort y'all were building with the chairs. Man, just I just want you to know I'd come and see you if I could. If I didn't think your mom would try to do something bad when I got there to come and see you, I'd be there. And that's a tough call. That's a really tough call, man. I don't wish that on any father. It's like, do I just go and do it anyways? Well, last time I wound up going to a federal maximum security prison under false charges. I was in jail. And it's a miracle that I got out. I broke out. I had to escape from Mexican prison to leave. Um, and that was very lucky. I could still be in there today, 6 years later, because they were just going to keep me there. There was no due process. There was no innocent until proven guilty. There was no here's your phone call. There was no here's your representation. It's just like somebody wanted you in here, so you're going to stay in here. I'm sorry I don't get to see you, man. I'm sorry I don't get to see you. I miss you so much, buddy. I really miss you. But this was the post for New Year's. Let's keep it happy. I hope you had a really fun New Year's celebration. I bet this won't post until a little bit after New Year's. It always takes a couple of days for this to get up on YouTube. Um, but I hope you really had a really good time. I wish you all the best for 2020, son. I wish you all the best for 2020. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a wonderful year. Don't ever forget that you have a father that loves you very much. You have a father that loves you so much, that misses you so much, that would give nothing more than just to be with you just to be with you, just to have some sort of relationship with you, just to be able to talk to you on the phone or video chat like we used to, where I could see you and we'd video chat, and then we would use Facebook video so we could make faces on each other and play that little game where first person to smile got some sort of crown on their head and it showed that they lost. We'd play the smile game. Just the little things, man. Of course, I would give nothing more than to have you here so that I could give you a hug and I could hang out with you and I could see you and I could be a part of your life and I could have a relationship with my own son. That would be amazing. Especially when there's thousands and millions of cases of mothers and children that would want their father to be a part of their life, and the father's just off doing who knows what. Just doesn't care. And here's a case of a father that would love nothing more than to be a part of the child and the mother's life. Yeah, your mom and I don't see eye to eye on a bunch of things. We're not trying to do that again. But she's always going to be the mother of my child. She's always going to be the mother. I'll always love your mother, Diego. I'll always love your mother. Your mother gave me you. Understand that. I'll always love your mother, whether we disagree or not. Without your mother, there's no you. And you're the greatest thing. You're the greatest thing ever. I love you so much, son. I love you, Diego. Here's to an awesome 2020. Have a great, great year. I miss you, buddy. I miss you very much. When you get this, when you see this video, look down below here. Look down somewhere down here. I don't know where. Somewhere down here. It's going to be all of my information, all of my contact information, my name, my phone number, my email address, my home address, everything you could possibly ever need to contact me. When you see this video, just call, email, text, something. I'd love to talk to you. I miss you, Diego. You have no idea how much I miss you. I love you, buddy. Until next week. I'll send you another video next week. Love you, buddy. Bye, Diego.